Hello everyone and welcome to my first YouTube video. In this video I'll be going over a little bit of Python basics and how to make a simple program. So obviously you'll need a text editor. I'm using Nano just because I'm on Linux and it's nice. So go ahead and make a new file, call it whatever you want. Okay, so obviously I made the text in the terminal a lot bigger so you guys can see. Okay, so we're gonna have two numbers and we're gonna add them together. So we're gonna need variables. So we have our first variable, number 1, and let's say that equals 2. And then we can have our second variable and that'll equal 3. And then the sum equal integer. Okay, so this sum right here is that's a whole new variable. Now if we run that, nothing will happen, but something did happen. It did add those numbers together, it just didn't print them or anything because we didn't tell it to. So now let's tell it to. We'll print the sum of okay. So you don't want to forget that computers start counting at 0 and not 1. So what this is gonna do, these are kind of like placeholders right here. It's gonna look at this 0 and then go to number 1 and plug in whatever the value for number 1 is, and then look at this 1 and look at 2, and look at this 2, and see the last one, which is sum. Okay. So now if we play it, the sum of 2 and 3 is 5. Okay, so good. So now, if you want, so first, obviously, you can change this, you can change the operator to be like multiplication or subtraction, but yeah, so for the sake of simplicity, we'll leave it as addition. So now, to get user input, you simply have it's pretty much the same, you just write, and then that'll get that's basically saying that number 1 equals the input of that, whatever the user writes. So the number 2. Okay, so all the same stuff is happening now, it's just gonna ask us. There you go. Okay, so now, if you want to get a little fancy, what you could do, let's assume you want to add decimals. So if I go back, and I write 2.7 1.3, or I'm sorry, that was a bad example. Let's say I write 2. Okay, look, that's obviously not right, 2.189 plus 4.21 is not 6, so why that is because we told it to output a integer, okay? So that's what we see here. So if we change this to, let me think, float. So floats are dealing with like decimals. Now if we run it, let's do 2.189. There you go. You get a correct answer. So you could have as many of these as you want. You could have number 3. Now you can make a program where you have enter the length. You can calculate area, so enter the length. I really hope my microphone is recording. I don't know if it is. Enter the width. enter the height. Okay. So now we're going to have area equals float. We're going to use float just because the user might put in a decimal. So float number 1 times float 2 times float number 3. Now we can get rid of all this and just have the area is equal to, change that to, okay, so if we run that, let's do 2, 2, and 2, 8, good. Now you could also do, there you go. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something in this video. It was honestly really difficult. I recorded this about 20 times now. I hope this is the last time I'll need to record it. So thank you for watching, and subscribe. I'll be making more Python videos and computer videos in the near future. Thank you.